Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to Dazza. And today I'm doing something different. So today I am looking at I'm doing this thing called bracket fights, which I've not done before. And okay, with bracket fights, it's the case that they give you the selections and you have to choose which one you prefer until you get to a winner, basically. And I've got so many of these lined up, but I thought that we'd do Doctor Who simply because Doctor Who is restarting again very, very soon, and it's going to be David Tennant doing a few of I think it was three specials that he's doing, if I remember rightly. So yeah, it'll be interesting, and I'm a big fan of Doctor Who. I never really watched the older ones, but I watched the newer Doctor Who's from Christopher Eccleston onwards. I've seen all of them, so yeah, this will be an interesting one. It really will, and I don't think it's going to be as straightforward. So we're going to get straight into this. So the first one, I mean, you got Rose versus Adam. It's going to be Rose, hands down. But I'm not going to lie. I look at Adam and I can't actually recall him being in it at all. That I believe it was the Christopher Eccleston phase that he was in, but I can't remember him being in it at all. So we're going to start this one off easy enough with Rose. Rose Tyler. Now this one's a little bit tougher. Captain Jack versus Mickey, and I enjoyed Captain Jack in it, and I really enjoyed Torchwood as well. I thought the spin-off Torchwood was a really, really good show. And it was quite disappointing when it ended. So yeah, this is a tough one. I'm gonna try and close this. Oh, you bugger! Where's the that's it. Use matchup mode. So yeah, so I'm gonna again tougher one, but I'm gonna go with my gut feeling at first. I enjoyed Mickey in it. I thought he done really well. He played Rose's boyfriend through the it was through the Christopher Eccleston and David Tennant phase, I believe. But I'm gonna go Captain Jack just because I like the spin-off of Torchwood as well. This is a tough one. This is really tough. That Donna Noble, I'm a big fan of the Catherine Tate show, and when she came into it, I was quite excited, and she made a good entrance. But I don't know, I just think like she added a comedy appeal to the show, whereas with Martha, I don't know, she's just like she was just as they made her just as clever as the Doctor, and obviously everything through like her having to when what was it when the master came back and everything as well, and she had to go around finding the keys and things like that. I really enjoyed her in that episode. That this is going so far back that I actually remembered. I don't know, but I think my gut is telling me to go Donna Noble. I think I'm gonna go Donna Noble for this. Yeah, I'm gonna say Donna. Let me know as well what you'd think, like going along with these, if you'd agree with them or not. But yeah, okay. So this one you got River versus Amy, Mother versus Bob. If you haven't seen it, spoilers. Which obviously with River is like the main thing with her is like spoilers. So yeah, but this one, like the Donna and Martha one was quite hard. Even down to like the Captain Jack and the Mickey one was quite hard. This one for me, I really do enjoy River Song as a character in the show. But for me, it's Miss Amelia Pond all day long. Like Amy has to go through. But oh, okay, so we're gonna do this side and then we'll go on to the other side. Okay, so that's fine. Again, for me, this is an easy one. As much as I enjoyed Captain Jack and for what he done in the show and for Torchwood, Rose is going to be a tough one to beat. And then again, this is an easy one as well because again, I really enjoyed Donna Noble in the show, and I thought she played the character really well, Catherine Tate, but not as well as Amy Pond. I think Amy Pond through. Was it just the Matt Smith phase that like that Karen Gilligan was in it, or did she come in after it as well? I really can't remember, but like her and Matt Smith as a team was just brilliant. I would go Amelia Pond over. And now this is a tough one because Amelia Pond is one of my favourite companions through all of them. But in terms of, I think Rose had the better storylines. That I don't know, look, like for Rose, all the storylines that she went through, and then like being stuck in the parallel universe, and then making like the cameo appearances after and things like that. I really, really do like Amelia Pond as a companion, but I think in terms of like storylines and the way everything, it has to be Rose, like Rose Tyler. This one seems a little bit unfair. It's Wilfred and Rory. I feel that like with Wilfred, like rest in peace, but he had like a few good storylines in there, but he wasn't in it as much as Rory was. And I think like what was it? He was a knight or something, wasn't he, Rory? And like he waited a lifetime or something for Amelia. I think the storylines with Rory were brilliant. To be fair, I think I'd have to go Rory over Wilfred in this. Shut up. Matt Lucas, so from Little Britain, was in it as Nardole, something like that. But you got Clara, and I think if Clara was on the other side, that I've got a feeling how this is going to turn out. But Nardole, I don't actually remember Matt Lucas being in it. To be fair, so it has to be Clara. Some of Clara's storylines were brilliant. This is Bill Potts. I vaguely remember her being in it, but I remember a lot more of Bradley Walsh as Graham. And he done all right. He didn't do too bad. When it first came about that he was going to be in Doctor Who, because I've watched things like The Chase and things like that. He's a good host, but I was thinking, like, really? In Doctor Who as a companion? Nah, they can't make that work. But they made it work. They really did make it work. So, like, I'm going to go for Graham on this. But Bill Potts had some decent storylines as well. Ryan and Yaz. That, to me, this is easy. Like, that I wasn't really like too I wasn't really taken too much on the Ryan story for some reason. But I just feel that like with Yaz stuck at it, and like she was in it a bit longer, and she really like got into the storylines a lot more with oh, why can't I remember her name now? The female doctor. What the hell is her name? Oh, it's gonna bug the crap out of me. Nope, it's gone. It'll come back to me at some point, but yeah, it's gone. Not obviously her name in the show is the Doctor, but why can't I remember? I hate it when this happens, but yeah, I've remembered the names of all of these companions, but I can't remember her name for the life of me. It just won't come. I don't know, but it's Yaz anyway. Yaz over Ryan on this, and then again with the storylines for Rory, I thought they was absolutely brilliant, but nah, you have to go Clara with this. Clara over Rory. Because Rory wasn't really the companion, was he? Like Amelia was the companion, and he was more like a plus one through the whole thing. So yeah, you have to go Clara. This one again, I was really impressed with Bradley Walsh in the series, but nah, it has to be Yaz. And then for this, probably for some people this would be very easy, but I don't know. For me, not as easy as I thought it would be. Yaz had some really good storylines in it, and I don't know. I think it's something that like it was strange because like she kind of had this like affection for the Doctor as well that we see, and like they formed. I don't know, but Clara was Why can't I remember the? So you had Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, Matt Smith. Why the hell can't I remember their names? The last two, and I've seen all of them. The old dude, the Scottish guy. Like she done. I don't know. This is a tough one. I've got a feeling I know who's gonna win this bracket anyway, but like I'm gonna go Clara for this. That I think just because I enjoyed that era of it more. But it's bugging the crap out of me why I can't remember their names. So this is the final bracket. Rose versus Clara. And again, like Clara had some really, really good storylines, but it's got to be Rose. That, like, if you think Doctor Who, like, if you look at all of them, like, they all had good runs. But to what the fuck? Oh, sorry, I shouldn't swear. What's her name? It's gonna bug the crap out of me now. That the Doctor's names. That I know her very well. I actually done like an animation on her. The Doctors. I've just typed it. So obviously it is the case that Jodie Whittaker. Seriously, that was so annoying. And the other guy's Peter Capaldi. So with Clara was more with Peter Capaldi. And that was a good storyline. But I don't know. Jodie Whittaker, like, she had good storylines. But you got to think that, like, when Jodie Whittaker left and David Tennant come back, the excitement was there. The buzz was there. And, like, I remember my dad, because I had never watched it when it aired that night because I think I was working. And my dad rang me and he was like, "Did you watch Doctor Who?" I was like, "No, why?" He's like, "Watch it." And I was like, "Why?" Spoilers don't really bother me. And I just said to him, like, "Tell me what happens." Like, "I'm not going to tell you what happens. I'm not going to tell you." And I watched that whole episode. And not when, like, Jodie Whittaker regenerated, not one part of me thought that it's going to be David Tennant. People online may have knew. I didn't know because I don't read all of the stuff online through Reddit and things like that. So I had absolutely no idea. And I got quite excited about it. And when I spoke to my dad about it, he was like, "Oh, I felt like I was going to cry." My dad loves David Tennant as the Doctor to bits. So, but if that would have been like Peter Capaldi, or if it would have been Matt. Okay, so here's the thing. I really like David Tennant as the Doctor. But I think that my favourite would be Matt Smith. That Matt Smith came in, and especially like I said, my dad is a massive Doctor Who fan, and when Matt Smith came in, he got to a point where he felt like he was probably not going to watch it, like he wasn't going to watch it anymore. And like I thought Matt Smith, like with Karen Gilligan, was brilliant. I thought they paired up so well. As much as I love the pairing of like David Tennant and Rose, like David Tennant and Billy Piper, that I just think Matt Smith and Karen Gilligan was incredible. But yeah, so coming into this, I don't know. It's got to be Rose. That her storylines, her cameo roles in it, that just have for years it just all centered around Rose. I just think it has to be Rose to win this. So yeah, so there you go. As you can see, that there's the bracket. That's how it ended. Rose as Billy Piper finished. I think that's going to be the same for a lot of people, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, look at the semi-finals, the quarterfinals on their own. You got Rose, Amelia, Clara, and Yaz. Like just all four of them. But you get the feeling that like some of these are like we're only in for like a little bit. Like Matt Lucas was only in for a couple, and like even down to Adam, he wasn't really in that much. So there's some that are missing from now. What was it? James Corden was in it, and there was a few others. I don't know. I think either way, Rose would have won it anyway. But yeah, I enjoyed doing this. Let me know if you enjoyed it as well. That I want to do more of these bracket fights. I've actually found quite a few that I want to do for these bracket fights. So yeah, let me know if you enjoyed it. It'll be interesting to see. There's other ones that I've done. There's what's the other one? There's music ones. So like there's picking like Eminem songs, Michael Jackson songs. I want to do an Elvis Presley one. I asked my dad earlier today if he'd want to sit in and do it with me because he's an Elvis fanatic. So I'm going to try and get him in for that. So yeah, and then there's other ones like Disney movies or Pixar movies and things like that, DreamWorks and movie franchises. So yeah, let me know if you like the bracket fights one. I enjoyed it and I'm looking forward to doing more. So yeah. Until next time, thank you for watching. Take it easy. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Be kind. And I'll see you in the next one.